Hello and welcome to the Tennis for More shenanigans here from Pod Labour Arena. It's finals fever at Flushing Meadows. Deja vu, Sabalenka and Pegula to clash in a rematch of the 2024 final. Generational battle, Carlos and Novak to lock horns for a spot in the men's final. And flipped script, Anisimova downs Swiatek and continues her American dream. Pretty sure I said her last name wrong that time, but no one will notice. Intros, that's me, Saving Mulerbach. All of that ahead and more. Now, my fiery redheaded companion is off doing some soul searching in Korea, but filling in once again is Jamie Follis.
Howdy, thanks for having me.
It's thrilled to have you back.
Excited to be back. It's been a while, so
Well, that's good. We've got something in common. You just got out of a sling and I'm in one.
Yeah, I gave it to you the other
thanks
day,
for the loaner.
right?
These
Yeah,
things are
okay.
very expensive.
Very expensive.
Yep, no, I was saying before I did fracture my shoulder skiing, but at least I did doing something cool and not falling out of bed, which is probably what the doctor thought I was doing. Anyway, and across the desk, the prince of the small screen, prince of the portrait orientation, it's Reese de Derg.
Very good. Thank you, Dave. Good to be here. Taking Bree's spot from the social perspective, I suppose.
Very good.
And only one on the panel that hasn't done a major shoulder injury, I think. Good to be here.
Yeah,
It's a good stat to have.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Touch wood.
Yeah, it might be coming.
And back from Rip City, USA himself, it's our very own math magician, Levi Huddleston.
Well, thanks for the intro there.
No
and
worries.
you know your sports, don't you?
Oh,
Zave?
yeah, definitely didn't just do some quick stuff-ups before the show going, so you're from Portland. Do you have a football team or anything? And you
Well-
went, no.
No football, but
Not in the
we have
NFL.
a soccer team. So you could have gotten
Hey,
away with that in a different
MLS
audience.
is my
Yeah.
jam.
There you go.
I just
Timbers.
it's really not. Anyway, what have you guys been up to? You happy to be back?
Really happy to be back.
What
yeah.
were you doing over in the homeland?
Visiting family, and my fiance actually came back with me to Australia.
That's
So
good. It's hard to marry someone when there's an ocean between you.
Yeah, very
news.
difficult. Yeah, so that's really exciting.
Wait, was she your fiance before you went over?
Was before.
Okay.
Yeah, but we got all the visa stuff, and so now she's over here, so that's really cool.
That's amazing. So
yeah, that's
immigration,
cool.
it's all sorted. Don't worry, guys.
When we came back, the protest was happening the day we got back, so it's kind of like, ooh, they're protesting us.
It's like, g'day, mate. Just drop one of those and you'll be fine. Reese, what's happening on the internet?
Oh, plenty.
That's
just,
good.
Just really
So it's still
engrossed in
going.
US Open
Yep.
stuff at the moment. And yeah, I've just got back from a European travel myself and
nice.
back from Wimbledon when I was over there. So it's been good.
Gotta love it. So that makes the whole trip a bit of a tax write-off, yeah?
I hope so. We'll see how that goes.
All right, well, speaking of US Open, let's check in with our people on the ground, Duncan and Candy, with a bit of an update from the US. Now, we haven't recorded this yet, so who knows what they're going to say. Not us, but you will now.
Thanks, Dave. It's semi-finals time here at US Open 2025. Candy, let's start off with the women. And first up, we've got a huge semi-final. It's a rematch of last year. Arina Sabalenka coming up against Jess Pegula.
Can't wait. Arina Sabalenka, of course, the defending champion. I think the overwhelming favourite for the title, even though she hasn't won a major title in 2025. She hits the ball so powerfully. The only thing I'm slightly worried about is that she's had no match because Marketa Vondrousova was injured. We saw a little bit how, and this is a strange correlation, but on the men's side, Zizou Bergs from Belgium got a walkover against Jack Draper, then played Minaur in the next round and went down 6-1, 5-1. And it was a weird thing that he needed that match. So I'm just worried that Sabalenka might have been slightly thrown out of rhythm because she didn't get to play against Vondrousova. That might be good news for Jessie Pegula. Of course, it's a rematch, isn't it, of last year's final. Sabalenka won that one. Perhaps it's going to be Jessie Pegula's year.
Maybe. Yeah, she's been winning in straight sets so far. Second semi-final, Amanda Anisimova coming up against Naomi Osaka. We've just watched Naomi inside Arthur Ashe Stadium.
Yeah.
She looked so good, didn't she?
She looks so good. She's working with coach Thomas Witorowski. Thomas, of course, was with Iga Świątek for all but two of her major titles, not her first, because that was Petra Szczepatalski, not her last, because of course that was Wimbledon with Wim Fissette. But other than that, was all Witorowski. Martina Navratilova has said she thinks he's one of the best coaches in the game. And to me, he's just transformed the way that Naomi Osaka plays and believes in herself. Of course, she was working with Patrick Mouratoglou. They've split. She immediately picked up Thomas, asked him to come over and work with her straight away. And I just think the chemistry is there. She looks like the player that's won 4 majors, including twice here. Once she beat Serena Williams in the final, once she beat Vika Azarenka in the final. She's looking red hot in purple.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. One of the best outfits here at US Open 2025. Who's going to be playing in the final, Candy, and who's going to win?
Oh gosh, let's go with Sabalenka. She's going to, even though she didn't play Vondrousova, I think she'll beat Pegula. And then I'm going to go for Amanda Anisimova.
Yeah,
I just
love it.
think she's been so good. She rebounded from that love defeat to Iga Swiatek in the Wimbledon final. To beat Iga today, I thought she played outstanding. She was a breakdown in each set. She seems to believe in herself. She seems settled after that mental health break. And I love the way she's playing. She's got the best backhand in the game right now.
Candy, let's take a look at the men now, because we've got the next chapter of this intriguing battle between Novak Djokovic and Carlos Alcaraz.
It's so exciting. They respect each other so much. Novak has said that, of course, everyone is speaking about Jannik Sinner and Carlos Alcaraz meeting in yet another major final. He's going to play disruptor. He's going to ruin it all. Of course, he believes in himself. He's trying to go for 25 majors, which would be unprecedented on the men's side. It's just so difficult to tell because Novak is playing well.
Yeah, beat him in Australia, beat him in the Olympics.
And he's got to be coming to the end of his career, and he's thinking, why not one more huge push? Alcaraz has just got the most flamboyant game, this huge smile on his face. He's been playing golf with Sergio Garcia. He's been talking to Rory McIlroy. He's trying to swing to the final. You've got to say that he's got the edge on Novak, especially if it goes to 5 sets. But if Novak comes out sort of like a bull in a china shop, who knows? It's a 50-50.
Okay, second semi-final. Felix Auger-Aliassime, who beat our own Alex de Minaur.
Sorry about
so
that.
sad. Coming up against Jannik Sinner.
Well, Sinner is the overwhelming favourite. I think Felix Auger-Aliassime has done brilliantly to get here. He's beaten Zverev, he's beaten Rublev, he's beaten de Minaur, just lost 2 sets. I thought the other day when he beat Rublev and he hit this backhand winner up the line on match point, and he gave his coach Freddie Frontang, who's become quite a good friend of mine, a little side eye, just to say, I'm playing pretty well here. And then he did it again. He did it again. So he's back in the semi-finals here for the first time in 4 years. He's exciting to have back. He's just a lovely guy, Felix. Sometimes he overthinks things. I think they've been working on him playing a little bit more instinctively. Rather than sort of too mechanically. I think that's what's changed in Felix's game. Plus he's healthy, because he hasn't been healthy a lot. But I don't see him really pushing Sinner, as Sinner's just too good for everyone.
Candy, who's going to be playing in the final and who's going to be the men's champion?
Well, you won't be surprised for me to say this. Jannik Sinner's going to be in the final. He's going to be playing, I think Carlos Alcaraz, and Sinner's going to win it. It could be Novak, though. It just could be, but Sinner's still going to win it.
So another Sinner-Alcaraz final here.
Yes, probably. And I think Sinner's going to come through, just like he should have at Roland Garros, where he lost all those championship points.
Absolutely. What a season that would be for Jannik Sinner.
He's only lost to 2 men. One is Alexander Bublik, one is Carlos Alcaraz. He's lost to Alcaraz 3 times. He's already beaten Bublik here at the US Open. I just can't see anyone touching him.
Love it. Can't wait for the semi-finals to begin. Back to you in the studio, guys.
All right, well, thank you very much for that, gang, live from New York. Not all that live. With that update on the Italian Stallions fighting it out in Osaka versus...
Mukova?
Yeah, well done. See, I was like my grade
Was
4
that a true
English teacher.
question?
It was one of those things where I forgot, but I turned it into a quiz.
Trying to throw us under the bus.
Yeah, exactly. It worked out well. So let's jump into what caught your eye this week. Let's kick off with you, Jamie. What caught your little
Yeah,
eyeball?
I'm going to go with Novak. He defeated Fritz 6-3, 7-5, 3-6, 6-4 to reach his 14th US Open semi-final, which is just an insane number. And I saw on Twitter yesterday that in 2008, Novak became the youngest player to reach the semi-final of all 4 slams, and in 2025 he became the oldest player to reach the semi-final of all 4 slams.
Wow,
So
what a bookend.
it's just an incredible result, and I think he's just getting better and better every time he plays, and he's definitely getting older in years, but his performance is still there. So it's incredible. And I know he said during his press conference he missed his daughter's birthday, Tara. So yeah, I think it's probably getting down to the pointy end in his career of trying to realize what is more important in terms of continuing to play and then missing the milestone birthdays of his kids. So we'll see in the next couple months what he decides to do next year. But incredible result, leading his head-to-head 11-0 against Fritz.
Ooh, that's got a sting.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's just not a great matchup for Taylor.
Yeah.
I don't think in this match it was too one-sided. Like, it was pretty level the whole way through.
Right.
Novak just winning the big points as he does. And,
It's got to hurt, though, losing on a double fault.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's kind of like the real full stop to that one.
Always does. Losing on a double
And the headband backwards as
Yeah.
well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
That surely
did you see
you
his
go-
tweet after
yeah.
the match? Like, why'd no one
No
tell
one
me?
told him.
Yeah, it just wasn't his day, was it? But couldn't make the same result that he did last year when he made the final at the US Open. A lot of pressure on him, but I think he still had a great tournament. And he's had a great year in the Slams too, Taylor Fritz. Not as much as last year, but just that Novak head-to-head just keeps getting worse for him, unfortunately. For him.
And I definitely feel like anytime the crowd kind of turns on Novak, it's when he plays his best tennis.
Yeah, well, he
So-
got a bit fiery there. He
did.
told asked the umpire, what are you going to do about it?
Yeah.
Nothing, apparently.
But there's nothing the umpire can do about it. The more you provoke the crowd, the more it's
They're
just
gonna-
going to get going. And the more he asks the question, they're just going to get...
Is that a
Yeah.
tactic, though? Because he does seem to thrive off that, not
Yeah.
negativity, but, well, negativity.
It was annoying him.
In was it 2023 or 2022 when he was playing Medvedev and they started cheering for him because he was going for the calendar Grand Slam, and then he collapsed inwardly.
Yeah.
So it's well, maybe it is to his benefit.
He needs
to
an
have
adversarial crowd.
Maybe that's what he wants.
Did anyone think his celebration was about the crowd before it turned out to be the
for-
dance?
Yeah,
Soda pop.
Because I
didn't
thought it
get
was about
Yeah, I thought
the
it was-
crowd drinking too much.
Oh, yeah.
Which is what he was talking to the umpire
Yeah.
about. Like, what are you going to do about these fans yelling out between serves and between points? He was taking a long time between serves to get his composure after
he
people
loves
screaming
doing
in the
that.
crowd.
He's always loving that.
Yeah, but turns out it was for his daughter, which was quite a nice touch.
Because
And
they do sell a lot of honey juices over there.
They do.
really.
I've never had one.
Well, here's a candle. This
Oh,
is
is that the
actually
smell?
a honey juice candle
Oh,
from
who
the
brought
US
that back?
Open. Vic, one of our amazing producers, finagled it back from one of the people over there.
Awesome.
It's not bad.
Yeah,
Just-
it's fine.
It's just a general candle smell.
Yeah, it does. It's not. It doesn't smell like vodka, which is
But
what I was
it's
really
just
hoping.
like having
Yeah.
it's just like having a
can't
vodka
imagine
raspberry,
drinking.
right?
Yeah, well, it's
Just at home a vodka raspberry, but at
with
some-
candle wax, apparently. yeah.
it's good for the skin.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's amazing. Yeah, no, so Novak, he genuinely is on track for his 25th. Couple of things in his way. Most likely
just a
Sinner.
Just number one
Sinner
and
in
two
the
in the
final,
world.
but he's head against Alcaraz is
Alcaraz,
great,
yes.
which
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll cover
We'll
the semis a
definitely.
bit later. But
Yeah, definitely.
I think that match could definitely go either way. We might not get a Sinner and Alcaraz final again.
So last question from me. What does Fritz, I know we're talking Novak, but what does Fritz have to do to get one on the board, do we think?
Well, I think it's just a tough matchup for him. He's a big server and he likes to rip his forehand. Novak's an amazing returner. So you can look at the stat 11-0. He should have won one of those. He's had opportunities, but I don't think his game suits Novak that well. So I think he's always going to be at a disadvantage, but he probably needs to win more of the medium to long rallies.
Yeah.
He needs to get into those a little bit more.
Or just rig the draw. Joking. All right, Reese, over to you. What caught your eye this week?
Well, what a redemption story we had
Yes.
this morning, Australian time, with Amanda Anisimova turning the tide on her last matchup against Iga Swiatek, where she lost 6-love in the Wimbledon final. But one bad day aside, she's putting together some amazing form, Amanda. She won 6-4, 6-3 to reach her maiden US Open semi-final, which this is such a good stat. I couldn't believe this. First American woman to reach a Grand Slam semi on all surfaces since the Williams sisters in 2002.
Wow, to be even mentioned in the same breath as the Williams
but
sisters
it's
is
so
amazing.
long ago since they did that, and she's just and there's been so many great American players.
It really has.
She's having a phenomenal season. Obviously, made that French semi quite a while ago, so she's ticked off clay there. And then on those quicker surfaces, such a big ball striker. I think anytime Iga comes up against a big ball striker, that's where someone has a chance where they can actually control the rally. And there's not many better, especially off both wings. I think she's got the best backhand in the world against someone like Iga to just those hard, flat backhands into the corner that she's got. And on big points, she can just rip them. Jamie, you played her in juniors.
Yeah.
What's your experience against her from back
Yeah,
then?
it was a while ago. many months
But did you
ago.
still see that pure ball striking
Yeah,
that
from
she
a
has
young
now?
age,
Yeah.
she's always had really good ball striking skills, and just the way that it comes off the ground and it comes fast and it comes flat. And I think from juniors to, of course, now her movement has improved so much. Watching her the other day play, her ability to push wide off both wings has been amazing. And yeah, her ability also to use her backhand line against someone like Iga, who struggles when the ball comes really fast into her forehand, was exceptional. So yeah, it was good. I actually fractured my finger a couple weeks before playing her, and then was in a cast for 6 weeks and didn't hit a backhand at all. And then a week later had to come out for French Open Juniors and play her. But
And then balls are coming at you.
the balls are coming at me so fast. I was like, oh, it's
Go around the head, please.
go to my forehand, please.
Did you try a
a
one-handed
nightmare.
backhand? Is that what
Oh, No. At the time, my coach, he had a one-handed backhand, and I think we did do a couple, but it's not in my repertoire.
Yeah.
No, fight through the pain.
No, just hit the ball. Just hit a couple slices.
Now, we've actually got a clip of Anisimova in her on-court interview. Let's have a little look at that.
Yeah, this has been such a dream, and to come to come back from Wimbledon like that is, yeah, it's really special to me. And yeah, I feel like I worked so hard to try and turn around from that, and I mean, today proved everything for me. Like I can do it. So yeah, this was really special.
She can do it. She proved that there. But can she do the big it? Is she going to go all the way?
I think she can. I honestly think she can. Watching her on court, she's so locked in. I've never seen her this locked in. It's just incredible, and I think she has a really good team behind her, and she's kind of just backing herself. And when she
And there's a
swings
few thousand
and hits,
people on home
That's
turf.
it.
Yeah.
You think Grand Slam final at Wimbledon being your first Grand Slam final, there's a lot of pressure on it, right?
Yep.
At Wimbledon, and you could see that visibly on her. Unfortunately, in that
the
final, in the score, but her emotion on court, like you could just tell she was like, "Get me out
This
of
is a
here.
lot.
This is a lot right now." But now, like Arthur Ashe Stadium, there's not many bigger atmospheres than that. It did get a bit shaky in that last game. She won on a very lucky
let
little
court?
let cord
Yeah.
after a double fault.
Well, she was a breakdown in both sets, wasn't she?
Potentially.
Yeah.
I
I tried to sound really smart then. I was just reading the notes.
Oh, you're reading the notes. Yeah.
I was like, oh shit, I've got no
Had that off
idea.
the dome. I'm like, I don't remember.
Our regular listeners know that I don't have much off the dome. Not on the paper, it didn't happen.
Okay, yeah. So she did well to fight back in those sets as well. Yeah, phenomenal under the pressure. So we'll see if that continues. And she's got a smile on her face. She's
Absolutely.
a great personality for the game. I know
Yep.
she's close friends with our Aussie pre Hon, who had a great week as well, a great 2 weeks in the US. So yeah, she's great for the game. She's great for the US. Let's see how she goes. And she's beaten Sabalenka recently. So
Well, USA. From one Patriot to another. Levi, what caught your eye this week?
Well, a few things. I think first off, we definitely have to recap on the Felix-Alex match. And
I know,
what
we woke up to devastating news as an Aussie.
that was devastating.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was so difficult because, Alex was playing so well throughout, the draw. And then it seemed like really what happened was just a falter in his first serve. So his first serve percentage was at 42%, which is really, really low. But, he was at 57 throughout the tournament except for that match. So a huge drop there. Seems like a big drop in pace, too. So, like, the speed of the serve dropped about 10 kilometers per hour. So it's like he was obviously feeling pretty tight, I think, during the match. And there was a lot of unforced errors on both sides for Felix and Alex. And I think, Felix just got the better of hitting more winners, but also hitting a lot of errors, but maybe capitalizing on the big moments. But I think it's cool. Either one of them to go through was a pretty big step. I think Felix hasn't been in a semi since 2021.
Because they are quite
Long time
similar, both age, history,
Yeah.
performance. If anything, correct me if I'm wrong, this could have been Alex's best chance of finally making a semi, yeah?
Yeah.
the lowest ranked opponent he'd ever played in a quarterfinal. He's played a few quarterfinals before, but take nothing away from Felix's run before this. He's match against
He's looking
Zverev
good,
and then
yeah.
Rublev. His ball striking was absolutely phenomenal. Like some
Yeah.
of those
He's gone
shoots he was
under the
just ripping
radar a
away.
little bit, right?
Yeah, this match today probably wasn't as good, as high a level as those previous two. I don't think, like
Yeah.
statistically. And Alex's first serve percentage showed that he was able to break into that a lot more. But yeah, he's had a phenomenal tournament, and it's a great hard court swing for Demon. But I know he was pretty devastated in press, and he was quite disappointed with his performance. But on to Davis Cup for him next week in Australia.
Yeah. I think the thing with Alex is I saw this YouTube comment and it was like, I hope that my son is like Alex, when he plays tennis. And it's like, that's the nicest thing you could ever say about him because he's so polite and always congratulatory and like, really, I don't know. He just seems like a solid guy. So
Yeah,
it's
he can
like-
be sad about an outcome, but it doesn't beat him.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
Yeah, I mean, I want my kids to be tennis stars, but they can be little pricks if they want. As long
They
as
might be
win.
snowboarders.
But no, yeah, he had a great hard court swing, Alex. He's had a great year. Like, he's a top 8 seed now. Yes, the draw opened up for him, and it was his best chance to make a semi so far. But hopefully it's not too far away and he gets there eventually.
Yeah. All right, well, from one devastating loss, but a good win for Felix, let's have a look into the future. Alcaraz, Djokovic. Talk us through that.
Let me just grab some
he's
notes here.
He's got notes. He's got
I've
stats.
got a story.
Oh.
I've got a story.
Okay.
So it's really interesting.
No, you started it wrong. It's meant to be once upon a time.
Once upon a time, Zabe was asking me for a story.
Yeah.
Well, I think, it's just the battle that keeps on coming up. Alcaraz, Novak leading the race. But I think a lot of people's gut would be like Alcaraz should be winning these, but he's not. So it's really very interesting to look at that dynamic and kind of taking a look back at the last time they played at the AO, what happened, because it was a very physical match. A lot of drop shots were played. Novak sustained an injury, didn't win as many first serves, hit fewer winners off both sides, but ended up winning the match. It was kind of interesting that it didn't add up. So I started doing some investigation.
Oh, yes.
This is good.
Yeah. Detective Levi reporting for duty.
It did feel like I was trying to become a little detective. But so what I could see in the stats was that Novak won 61% of Carlos's second serves. Okay. So he was dominating the second
Will this
serves.
be on the final? I feel like I'm studying.
It could be. Carlos only won 39%. So much lower. And I was like, well, what is Novak doing on these second serves? Turns out he's standing super close. And so he's taking all the returns really early, 92% inside the baseline.
Really?
And I was thinking, well, how could he do that? If you stand
Against Carlos Alcaraz.
against Carlos,
Yeah.
he
I'd
doesn't
be,
have
running,
playing a
I'd be
wall.
running for the back fence.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Give my racket to someone else.
So you're like, okay, well, how could he stand so close? Turns out 25 out of 28 second serves went to Novak's backhand. So he kind of could just read the pattern. It's going to come to my backhand, and I can stand closer if I want.
Well, if you think you know where it's going, you can prepare much earlier.
Exactly.
Wow.
So he kind of recognized that pattern, and Carlos just kept on hitting it to him. So here's the question.
Is he listening?
Is Carlos going to change his serving patterns? Have we seen that at the U.S. Open? Turns out we have.
Oh.
So he's
There are
actually
twists and
well
turns
played.
in this story.
I know.
Oh.
So he's actually shifted his serving away from just the backhand on the second serve into the forehand by about 10% on both sides. So it must have been something that he noticed he was doing, and he switched it. And his second serve win rate has gone up 14%, which is massive.
That's huge.
So I don't know. We'll see what happens come Novak Alcaraz rematch, because I don't think he'll be able to read that second serve as well.
Oh, this is great.
That's a great stat.
Amazing
That is
insight.
so
I've changed my
good.
mind. I thought Djokovic was going to win. Now I'm like, okay, Alcaraz,
Now that there's
Alcaraz is going to
maths
change
involved.
it.
But that's so interesting. So it literally comes down to overly consistent play and his opponent, Novak, recognizing that. But by flipping the script, it potentially could be his secret sauce.
I think so, yeah. And it seems like he's noticed that and already flipped it.
And that quarterfinal, I can remember Alcaraz struggling to hold serve, but obviously you don't have the analytic insight
You
that
just
you
have a
do.
gut
But they
feeling.
would.
Yeah.
But they would know on the iPad. Isn't that the
Yeah.
the thing
Suppose.
now?
So they just
Yeah.
weren't able to
They
make
weren't
those
using it,
adjustments
yeah.
in
On the
match.
fly, yeah.
Yeah,
Right,
and
okay.
Alcaraz was very frustrated in that quarterfinal. So I think that's
Yeah.
going to be key for him in this semi-final too, is just to keep composed. Just because he's got the head-to-head over him and he has the mental game that Djokovic does, Alcaraz has the game to beat him. He's athletic. He hits a bigger ball. He's just going to have to block that out and stick to his guns and come in with a good game plan, as you said.
Yeah.
And Alcaraz hasn't dropped a set this whole time getting into the semis.
He's playing phenomenal
So
tennis.
he is on fire. So if he can mix it up and stay on fire, he could have it. But, I mean, Novak is so dominant still.
Yeah.
It's just going to be pretty tricky.
No, it's
gonna be exciting to
incredibly
watch.
Tricky. Yeah.
I can see all the grins around here going,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Can we
Yeah,
wrap
it's
this
gonna
up
be
and go to the
If it's anything like the quarterfinal here, it's going to be
Well,
grab the
was it
popcorn.
2024 they played the quarterfinal here?
Here, this year.
Yeah, it was 25?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that was
That's the last time they
that
played.
was the final. I felt like a lot of
Yeah.
people felt like
Yeah.
that was the final because
Yeah,
it
the
was so good.
Crowd lucked out
And
on those
then,
tickets.
Djokovic pulled out against Zverev.
Yeah.
Sinner went for Zverev.
Yeah. I think Novak could be a little bit fresher. He's only played about 79 hours of tennis this year. And there's a 48-hour difference in terms of how much Carlos has been playing. So he actually has taken a lot of tournaments off and not played as much. And so Carlos, maybe he is,
Yeah.
I don't know what that says. Maybe you would have a good perspective on that, Jamie, in terms
So
of...
literally minutes on the court, one has played, nearly double?
Not nearly double, but 48 hours
Yeah,
more.
that's
2
a
days,
lot.
that's a
Two
lot.
Across
It's-
the whole
it's-
year,
it's-
though.
Across the-
It's a lot of tennis.
127 hours is Carlos Alcaraz.
Right, okay.
So 48 hours is a big
That's a
chunk.
big chunk.
A third more,
Yeah.
let's say.
Yeah, it's a lot, especially on your body. But I also feel like once you play and you get into that rhythm of playing, you know what you're doing. So it's not a stop-start situation like Novak's had, but it's just dependent on the person, on the body. And for someone like Novak, not playing as many hours of tennis is good for him, whereas like maybe Alcaraz is able to sustain that a little bit better because he is younger. But I don't know, maybe the haircut, the aerodynamic haircut has helped him
That's
too this
it. And he
week.
hasn't been pushed this tournament, has he?
Yeah, he hasn't.
So
Yeah,
he's
just
been
into a
flying
wig
through.
shop. But
Yeah.
aside from that, he hasn't been.
I like
quick,
that.
though.
I like the
So
hair.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like
he'll,
the
he'll
hair.
be full. He'll have hair like mine by the end of it.
Yeah. For those listening only, Reese has an amazing head of curly locks. All right, well, let's have a jump on over to the WTA side. Pegula and Sabalenka. Give us your take.
Yeah, I mean,
Do you have a tale, a story?
Do I have a tale? I mean, I did do similar investigations. I think it's a little less juicy, but I mean, there's this history between them.
Well, they played last year's US final.
Right?
Yeah.
And it was 7-5, 7-5. And it was tight. Like, if you go back and watch it, there was opportunities for Pegula to really come through and get a couple breaks, and she did break, but then wasn't able to hold the break. So there's a few things that changed, but it was a really tight match. And so I started thinking, okay, well, what could Pegula do? And so I thought, well, the people that have beat Sabalenka, what did they do? What do they look like? And so the first thing you notice when you look at people who have beat Sabalenka is that they have huge serves. So they're serving at like 178 Ks. And that's 17 Ks higher than Pegula on average. So it's like she's not going to hit that overnight. So I think that is probably ruled out. But these people that have beat Sabalenka, what they did was they served less to the forehand and more toward the body of Sabalenka, and causing her to move out and not get such a great return off the bat.
Are they trying to hit her?
I think it's a tactic, right? Like, you can be really comfortable, I think, in tennis. It's like, okay, out on the wing, I can make this great return of backhand cross-court return or forehand, boom, right there. But in the body, it's sometimes a bit awkward because you have to get out of the way and then hit the shot. So a lot of players that beat her did that. So I think that's something that Pegula could focus on, not necessarily the speed, but just the location. And then another interesting thing that these players had was that change of direction. When Sabalenka faces a change of direction, she has an error about 26% of the time, which is pretty high, right? Like,
Well, she's like 7 feet tall. It's like trying to turn an aircraft carrier.
I think it's because she hits so hard
Okay, that too.
that then the ball coming back to her, if you're a counterpuncher and you're redirecting that power, it kind of is a double-edged sword for her. Like, I can hit such an amazing shot, but if they push it down the line or they hit it cross court and I'm not there, that's difficult for them. So I think if she can do that a little bit more, I think she'll have some success there.
Yeah, you don't want to give her time and space on the forehand. Like, keep that moving to remove a little bit of time and space. Like, 'cause that forehand when it's coming at you is scary.
Yeah,
Huge.
I think going back to your second stat, especially French Open, anytime Coco got her outside doubles lines and exposed her with angles, she struggled. Like, she really struggles. And I feel like the girls are starting to realize that and expose her more with her movement going wide, especially more angles. So
It's just a matter of, can she do it?
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Take the fundamentals and actually execute.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a lot easier said than done when you're facing Sabalenka.
Yeah.
And like in their last 5 meetings, they've all been on hard courts, and Pegula's only won one of those. How much is the speed and the surface going to play into this?
Oh, it's going to be huge.
It's
I mean,
everything.
that's Sabalenka's game, is speed and power. Yeah, I mean, I think I kind of, as I was writing this, I was like, okay, she's kind of the queen of the first strike. Like, if she gets that first ball and she's able to direct it, you're going to be on the defensive the whole time. So you have to find a way to put her on the defensive before she can put you on it.
Yeah.
So I think that's got to be a tactic that Pegula tries. Is like,
so serving body is huge because you don't allow her to use her angles.
Yeah.
The ball's coming through you a little bit more. And Pegula's best surface would also be hard. So I feel like she's got to go in to this match thinking she can win it as well.
yeah,
So,
I think if there's any venue in the world she'd want to take her on, it's Ash.
Yeah.
Because the crowd, American crowd, like we've seen Sabalenka in the past against Americans on Ash with Coco in that final.
yeah,
Where like, and even last year in the final, there were moments towards the end of that match where I thought, oh, maybe like she's letting the crowd get to her a little bit. So hard court, American crowd.
Yeah.
If there's going to be a spot for her to beat her, this is where she'd prefer, I think.
yeah. And she's been there before, so I think maybe she has a bit of that. Okay, comfort. I was here, and now I'm back.
She can
And
be
has
such a
the
composed
support.
player when she's on. So
Yeah.
we'll see how it pans out.
No, another
Yeah,
exciting one.
Exciting, yeah.
All right, what's caught my eye? Now, it was pretty hard to miss this one. A lot of people were talking about it. A lot of people, and you were talking about being a detective. The internet sleuths were out in force to track down this dastardly Polish CEO who stole a poor child's hat that was gifted to him. So, for those that didn't see it, Kamil Majrak was signing autographs after defeating Kachanov in the second round of the US Open, and he was signing there. He shook a few hands, and he gave this lovely little kid his hat that he was playing with. But next to him was a grown man, an adult, someone who should know better, and someone who should realize that if you're standing in front of the person who just won the tennis tournament, there's going to be a couple of cameras on you. So what do you do then? You snatch that hat right out of the kid's hands. He's there devastated. The court mic's even picked up the poor little kid going, "Hey, stop, what are you doing?" And he shoves it in his bag and off he pops. None the wiser that the internet was hunting him down, much like the Netflix documentary, Don't Fuck with Cats, Don't Fuck with Hats. So they went on the prowl. They found out who he is, where he is, what company he owns, what sports events he sponsors and looks after in his home country of Poland. There was also some questionably true statements from him that, in hindsight, most likely did not come from him, basically saying, first in, best dressed.
I love that, though.
Yeah, exactly. But the thing is, he wasn't even first in. The kid was.
The kid had it first.
It's like the early bird gets the worm and he's thinking, ha, but the second mouse gets the cheese. So it's all a bit nuts. He has since apologised. He has since said, I either have or will try or something fluffy about getting the hat back to the kid. But Majrak has also reached out to the kid. I'm pretty sure he's going to have a little photo. So it's going to work out pretty well for this kid. But good job, internet, finding dastardly cap thieves.
Oh, I'm sure he's struggling and can't afford sports merchandise. As a
Absolutely
CEO,
right.
So.
He's a struggling CEO.
Well, see, that's the thing that you cannot buy. So that's,
Stolen stuff.
So you cannot buy a stolen
He's got,
kid
I tell you what, he's probably got an amazing art collection and an equally amazing balaclava collection from when he goes shopping for his art. But yeah, tell you what, well, the kid's got a memory and that he'll never forget. So does this CEO. Wanted, caught, busted.
Just got to know where the cameras are if you're a fully grown adult. I think you said that before.
Yeah.
If you're getting like a hat from a player,
Yeah.
you're going to be on camera. People are going to know you're doing that. So
Yeah, and like
bit of
it's
self-awareness.
It's really nuts. Like, just don't do it anyway, even without the cameras. But when you're at a sporting event covered by cameras, it's like you got to be careful. To steal in private, guys. Like I can't tell you enough. Now we're going to have a quick little ad break because my voice is getting tired and I want to hear more about thieves in the break because I know Reese has probably flogged some stuff from the office stationery cupboard. We'll have a break and we'll be back in a sec with the US Open Fantasy Draft update.
What can I take from this room?
wasn't there a Rolex clock in here at one point?
Actually, there
Where'd
was a
that go?
Rolex clock.
Oh, I've
Is it right
always
there?
wanted to take one of. Okay, this is terrible, but I've always wanted to take one of those.
I've
In
tried
the
it on.
gym.
It's too big.
No, like the.
Oh, no, I know
clock.
what you mean.
Oh,
Was it a humorous joke?
I have a confession. I took the batteries out of one of them that's next to my desk because it's just it's too loud.
It really is. It's
Yeah.
Big Ben.
I know.
Every second.
And I was like, I
Yeah.
can't do this,
can't
so I just
concentrate.
took it out.
Yeah.
But everyone that comes
There's
by,
like probably a control room at Rolex HQ. And they're like, we've lost one in Melbourne. We've lost connection. No one in Melbourne knows the true time.
people come by and they're like, Rolex, that time's off.
All right, welcome back. Now, we're in the midst of final season over in Flushing Meadows for the US Open. So let's have a quick recap of our US Open fantasy draft. So we had Thanasi Kokkinakis and Stevie. He's the king of the ball kids. He's probably got a real better title than that, but, something royal. And Bree, who's over in Korea at the moment. So let's see who's left. So Team Bree originally picked Sinner, Andreeva, Sabalenka, and Draper. So she's still got 2. Funnily enough, the two top seeds.
World number ones.
Yeah.
She cleaned up in the
Yeah,
draft.
I don't know how she
Pretty
got
good
that
pick.
past, because Team Kokkinakis is a slightly different mix. We've got Zverev, Swiatek, Iga, and Mboko, the 22 seed.
Yep.
Why not? And Alcaraz. So Alcaraz still in the mix there after Iga went down earlier today. And then Stevie,
No one left.
he's cooked. It was a decent picking, sort of, but yeah, Fritz.
It could have turned out. Just
Yeah,
didn't.
if there was more food poisoning in the player village or something.
Maybe.
So yeah, Stevie had Demonor, Fritz, Coco Goff, and Matty Keys all done and dusted. So it's Bree and Cock still in the mix, and I think Bree's looking pretty healthy.
Yeah, I would have thought so. Zverev and Mboko had pretty early losses, and
Yep.
Iga's now out too. So
Yeah, I mean, if Alcaraz can pull it out of the bag, then the Cock will win. But let's just see what happens. But if Sabalenka does take it out as well, we could have our first draw.
okay, so that's how it works. You just
Well,
picking
I
a
mean,
winner.
the rules are a little fluffy.
Okay.
Bree could be 2 from 2 in fantasy after winning Wimbledon.
Yeah, which is why I want the
yeah.
rules to be fluffy, because I can't have that.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
it's
it's
looking
whoever
that way.
wins the men's gets it.
Yeah,
and then
absolutely. No, whoever's initials are TK, they get to take it out. Yeah, so let us know at home who you think is going to take it out, who you would have picked, any other thoughts, up to you. Okay, well, that was our US Open update. Now, New York. New York is the land of many things. It's the Big Apple. It's the home of the US Open, obviously. But it's also home to a heap of TV shows. So we thought we'd have a little bit of fun. One of our producers, Anthony, had this idea at 3 a.m. while looking after his newborn child. Unlike most ideas at that time in the morning, this was a really good one.
Great idea.
So what we're going to do is we're going to pretend that all of the New York-based TV shows, all the actors are either on strike or they're coming back for a reboot, and we need to recast them. But the only twist is all with tennis players. So who wants to go first?
Kick us off, Dave.
Okay, so yes, it's a real good idea. So my go-to New York show, there are many, but I wanted to go with dun dun Dick Wolf, baby. It's Law and Order SVU. So up there you've got Finn Tutuola. He's the badass Brooklyn vice cop turned SVU detective. You got Detective Munch. He's crusty, he's old, he's got some weird opinions, and he loves a conspiracy theory. Then you got ADA Cabot. She's a straight shooter. She gets results, but then she has a bit of a twist. Olivia Benson, queen of SVU. The only one in that mix aside from Tutuola, Ice Cube, Ice T? Ice Tray.
T.
Yeah. The only one in the mix still up there, along with Tutuola. And then Elliot Stabler, the firebrand, the hero, the man who wants to clean up the streets. This is from season 11, what I personally think is the ultimate season of SVU, but we're up to like 27 now. So there's been quite a mix. But let's have a look who I've recast in the show. So, taking up the streets.
This is so good.
Detective Ben Shelton. He's got his glasses on. He's looking cool. As our crusty conspiracy theorist, it's John McEnroe as Munch. Caroline Wozniacki is our assistant district attorney. She's going to be taking names and getting those bad guys locked up. And then Daniil Medvedev, he's very fiery, so I thought Elliot Stabler, he would be perfect. Instead of taking it out on the racket and on the net, he'll be taking it out on the crooks on the city streets. And then, lastly, Olivia Benson, it is the queen of tennis at the moment, Sabalenka. So that is my Law and Order SVU recast.
That's really good.
Nailed
you.
it, I think.
Yeah.
I'm pretty happy
Yeah.
with that, to be honest.
And happy with the graphic?
Yeah, I mean, there's some
Sabalenka's quite
there's some
large.
dodgy areas there. Some
Nah, I think you've done a pretty good job. Spent a lot of time on it.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, I had to find images, and then I realized, you know who does a lot of like photo shoots in suits? Tennis players.
Yeah.
They're always getting dolled up for something. Whether
Labour
it's a
Cup,
true.
Ben Shelton there.
yeah, that was real handy. Yeah. So yeah, I don't think the Finn Tutuola would be wearing a tux while he's fighting crime, but
geez,
that's
he
where
looks
we go.
cool.
Yeah, exactly, and he feels it too. So that's mine. Let me know what you think at home. Next up, Levi.
All right.
Where have you gone? Have you gone down to a certain Rockefeller Plaza?
I have. I'm a big fan of comedy, so I chose 30 Rock.
Very good. So let's have a look at the reel. So who we got? Who we got? I mean, I know
So
who we got.
who we got? Well, we got Jack there on the left. He's kind of this CEO figure that's just kind of controlling everything, but he's a little bit quirky. You got Liz, kind of the calculating writer who's always portrayed as kind of, overthinking things. Then you got Tracy, kind of the showman. Kenneth is just kind of the goody two shoes. And then Jenna is kind of the airhead of the group that's obsessed with beauty and things like that.
Okay.
So,
Who's going to be Jenna? This is going to be okay. Here we go. Hey, okay, you've done a gender swap, but at least you put pants on.
I have. And I put Bublik as Jenna because I thought he was the exact opposite, and I thought he'd appreciate the joke.
Okay, good call. All right.
Because I
It's
didn't
so
want
hard
anyone.
to insult a player, isn't it?
Yeah. I didn't want anyone to catch a stray there. Rune is Kenneth. He might have caught a stray there a little bit. But Shelton, I think he's my leading man. I think he really embodies that showmanship. So
He
really
is a showman. He
happy
loves
with
it.
that pick. Iga, the overthinker. I think she makes a good Liz Lemon.
Mm-hmm.
And then Roger, just that classic kind of businessman, kind of in
CEO
control.
of tennis, really.
Yes. So that's my pick.
That is brilliant. Jamie's going.
I actually don't know what 30 Rock is.
Oh.
Sorry.
You were so young, both of you.
Sorry.
I mean, so are you, but at least you've got like an old soul.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, 30 Rock is not an old show. Anyway, I will keep my opinions to myself. No, incredible job. Thank you for that, Levi. Next up, we've got Reese. What show did you pick?
I went with How I Met Your Mother.
Okay.
Another great New York classic.
Now, I'm going to flip it on here. I'm not a big How I Met Your Mother guy, so I'm not. I know the gist. It's something about meeting your mother. Clues in the title?
Spot on.
Yeah,
So
nailed
your
it.
main character on the left there is Ted Mosby, and the show's all set around how he meets these kids' mothers.
Okay.
This kid's mother.
His own kids?
His own kids,
Okay,
but it's
it's not
set
random
in the
kids.
future.
Hey, kid, come here. You want to know how I met your mum?
Looking back on the past. It's basically what the show's whole premise is. But he's this lovable character, lots of heartbreaks and different things along the way.
Yeah.
So he's your main character, but very lovable character. Robin, the next one, fun, chaotic all over the place, doing different things, but also worth mentioning, Canadian.
Okay. Good tip. I think I know where this is going.
We've got Barney in the middle, absolute larrikin.
He's a sex pest, right?
He is. That is
Is
not
this an
why.
R-rated show today?
Usually.
That is not why I picked it. And yeah, tough one to pick. No one can be as funny as him, but yeah, we all love him in different ways as well. And then, and also very lovable couple of Lily and Marshall on the end.
Okay, so they're a couple in the show.
Yes.
Okay.
So you'll see that
Okay, all right.
as we go.
Who we got?
So I've gone with Grigor as Ted. So many heartbreaks, searching for the one also, like looking for that Grand Slam title. And he's had so many ups and downs along the way.
And he's got kind of real leading man energy.
Yeah. Like you could definitely cast him in a lead role. He's a beautiful man.
He'd probably do it.
And no bigger heartbreak than Wimbledon. I cried so much when he went down with another shoulder injury. Like very, very on theme
my
there
heart
what he did
bleeds
against
for
Yannick, and he was absolutely all over Yannick Sinner in that match. Jeannie Bouchard I went with. There's a lot of Canadian tennis players that I could have gone with.
Yeah.
But I went with Jeannie because she's gone off, done the pickleball. She's done a bit of time on screen, those sort of things. So I went with Jeannie. Kiggs in the middle for Barney. Enough said. And then the lovable couple that we all love, Alina Svitolina and Gail Monfils.
Oh, that is perfect.
Yeah.
Now, well done. As soon as you said Canadian, I started rolling through. I'm like, it's got to be Jeannie.
Yeah.
I was thinking maybe it was going to be Felix up there, but
Yeah, could have been Felix. Well, I did really want to do a gender swap. James
Be
got
brave.
the next show, which I did have some thoughts on, but I left it with how
that's all. Yeah.
All right. Well, Jamie, you've got another contemporary classic.
Yes.
The original Gossip Girl, I believe.
Yeah, we've gone with Gossip Girl.
Okay.
It was
This
kind of the
will be
last one that was
interesting.
left, so I was like, okay, I'll just take and I'll just
Can
run
I
with
say,
it.
like, this was when I was at uni, everyone was watching this,
Yep.
and they're all horrible.
I hate every character.
Yeah. And
Is that
was
why you
kinda-
didn't? Is that why you
Well,
left
yeah,
it?
so I started and I went, all right, Blair is Sinner. Serena is Alcaraz. But then, you got these two elites who are friends but rivals on
Yeah,
the court.
frenemies and stuff.
And then I'm like, but how do I
Ooh.
point these characters that I all hate on tennis players that I love? I
Yeah.
just couldn't do it. So good luck.
Okay, well, I didn't go down the hate part. I kind of tried to
No, just on their
go
person.
around
Yeah.
like that. So I kind of wanted to stick to the main characters, but then we kind of expanded a little bit.
Okay, fair enough.
So
So you got
Got a
we've
big
got
cast.
Vanessa.
Yeah, okay, Vanessa. She's like Dan's childhood friend.
Yep, we've
Nailed
got
it.
Nate.
Okay,
We've got,
he's the heartthrob, rich guy, but his family's actually broke.
Yep,
Okay,
we've got Blair.
just a bitch.
lives a luxurious life.
Sorry,
so
rich bitch.
upper class. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. We've got Chuck in the middle.
He's trouble.
Yeah. Well, yep. You'll understand who I've picked. Serena.
Yeah,
She's the it girl. She's like the one that everyone loved, the golden girl. We've got Dan and Jenny.
See, I reckon Dan's the worst one. Like he really, I'm sorry, I'm total tangent, but he's meant to be the good guy, and I'm here. But he was Gossip Girl. He was ruining lives, and he wrote all that shit about his sister.
I know.
Anyway,
How
my
many
biggest gripe-
episodes of this did you watch?
There's like 25 seasons.
My biggest frustration about this is they're set as like this working class family with this amazing apartment in New York, massive loft.
overlooking
Insane.
Manhattan.
It's like,
And the
doesn't make
dad's
any
like,
sense.
I used to be a guitarist. Yeah, good for you, bro.
The whole show is frustrating, and I only ever watched it as a hate watch when it was on.
Yeah. I hate watched it many times.
Yeah.
So who'd you cast?
Well,
Who's really in the mix?
So like I
25
have two
seasons.
sisters. Ellie's 29 and my younger sister's 22. And I was like, I'll give it to them also to like give their opinions. Ellie was quite good being older. Chrissy goes, I don't know what show you're talking about.
Oh,
So I was like, oh, that kind of hurt a little bit. Like she's never seen it. So with Vanessa, we've gone Coco.
okay, yeah, because she's like not a small town girl, but she's just nice.
She's
you know?
just nice, like
Yeah.
but different, like likes
but
to
still
dress
has
up.
a bit of a streak.
Yeah. And then Nate, we've gone with Tsitsipas.
Okay, I feel like that's just based on looks.
So, okay, I used chat to kind of help me a little bit. So, and I want to read out what chat gave me.
Okay.
So for Nate and Tsitsipas, he's gone, Nate's the golden boy.
When you say
with the,
chat, you mean like an AI, chat GPT?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So we've gone, Nate's the golden boy with a poetic soul, often pulled in different directions and trying to find himself. Tsitsipas has the looks, the Instagram philosopher energy, and the wandering genius vibes, occasionally lost but undeniably magnetic.
Makes so much sense.
I mean,
doesn't
that's
it?
pretty bang on.
Yeah.
The robots are taking our jobs.
Yeah.
Because that was really good.
That was good.
Yeah.
So then,
Great photo. of him, too.
Appropriate.
Yeah, it looks
use
like a
of
poet up
AI.
there.
Yeah.
and like with the hair and like the
Yeah.
early seasons.
Yeah,
the-
he can wear
Yeah.
that jacket.
And
Yeah.
his Twitter account.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's like poetry, and then it's like, are you okay? Who's next?
So then we've gone with Emma Raducanu as Blair. And I'm not going like the hate version.
No,
I'm
no.
going for the upper
Right.
class.
So I retract
type
my
girl.
rich bitch. It's
Yeah.
more just like, oh, she's classy.
Yeah, like the
Yeah.
classy, like the
It girl.
Dior sponsor, the Tiffany, the Porsche, like the upper class type
Yeah.
Yeah.
situation.
And she's got dark hair, so there you go.
She
yeah.
is her.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then I've gone Agassi
Now, I didn't
as
even
Chuck.
recognise that was Agassi. That's amazing.
Yeah. I didn't pick the photo. But no.
Play along.
I'm trying. No, so we've gone with Agassi as Chuck, bad boy type vibes.
Well, he's kind
Love
of the
the
original
girls.
tennis bad boy, yeah?
Yeah.
Cut off jeans.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So
Playing in cut-off jeans. Like,
Maybe need to bring that back.
yeah, with his fake mullet.
then we've gone Anna Kournikova as Serena, the it girl back in the day.
Definitely.
Everyone loved her. She was the center of attention type person. So, and then I've gone Dan as Yannick Sinner. So, yeah,
The
just
poor, struggling boy who lived on on a beautiful Italian Alp.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm from a small town. Look at my town.
like was skiing, kind of like the quiet guy. I feel
Yeah.
like he would get a lot of the gossip
So
around
one
the
day
tennis.
we're going to find out that
Yeah.
there's these
He's
rogue
actually-
Twitter accounts. He's behind
He's
it.
behind, yeah, he's kind of
Did you
giving
know
out the
Ben
gossip.
Rothenberg? Not real. It's actually Sinner.
So he's kind of just like the outsider in a way, but ends up knowing everything. So that's kind of where I've gone. And
Good.
Mira Andreeva as Jenny, just like the girl that's around, fiery, wants to not fit in with the cool popular kids, but is starting to become one of those. So yeah, that's my take.
You've nailed
These
that.
are awesome.
Well, you and Chat.
Yeah,
but I'm going to
chat.
give you all the
and,
credit.
and my sisters and one sister.
Big
Not the other.
team effort.
That's huge. No, well
and
done.
a big cast, so well
Yeah.
done.
Yeah.
You
Now,
nailed it.
there are lots of New York-based shows, and Brie has actually sent us one of her picks and one of her favourite shows.
She had too much FOMO with this one. didn't
Yeah,
she?
exactly. So she's obviously real busy on her business trips. She's going, oh, I'm just going to mess around with the cast of Sex and the City. So this is 4 crazy ladies all living it up in New York City. You've got now, I know this quite well. My wife watches it every night to put herself
yeah,
to sleep.
yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Let's go with that, shall we? The second movie was bullshit. Anyway. So we've got Miranda. She's the hard and fast lawyer type. You've got Charlotte. She's similar actually to Blair in that, she's the very well-to-do, very well-spoken, but she also is a little bit little simple. But that's all right. I'm probably going to get slammed in the YouTube comments for this. But let's keep diving headfirst. Then you got, of course, Samantha. She's the sexy firebrand who is all about the pleasures of life, getting what she wants and no one else can get in her way. And then Carrie with her curly hair. That's a reference to one of the episodes. Can't believe I know that. She's a writer for a crappy little newspaper and much like Dan from Gossip Girl can live in an amazing apartment in the middle of Manhattan. So,
As we all can.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All you got to do is write, 200 words every month for some rag.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's called New York Star. Doesn't even exist. Anyway. So,
But you don't watch the show.
never seen it in my life. Never seen it. So let's have a look who she's picked, and you guys can help me out with why you think. Okay, very good, very good. Okay, so Carrie, this might just be the curly hair thing, or is it because she's secretly writing for a rag? Is Osaka? Thoughts? Any connection there, do we think?
She is a global star. Like, I feel like the energy that she brings is very similar. Like, she's the it girl. She's her.
Nice one. And then for Charlotte, we've gone eager. By we, I mean Brie. This is all on her.
This is Brie. I know. I wish we had her explanations. But yeah. Or she just like sends.
Yeah, she's just like, here's some tennis players. Because they're all in black dresses. And then we've got over there for Samantha, we've got Sabalenka. I mean, she seems to enjoy the pleasures of life. She's the best tennis player on the women's side. So
Yeah. Yep.
cool. All right, Brie, really need you to give us some more info next time.
But we can see that. And then, Yelena Ostapenko.
Yeah, Ostapenko. Well, she looks very glamorous there.
Yeah.
Well, she's not a lawyer. I don't know. She's got long hair.
She could be argumentative.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah, could be.
Maybe there is method to Brie's madness.
Could be.
Well, there would be. We just haven't heard it.
When
Thanks,
she's
Brie.
back next week, first thing we're asking her, the hell were you thinking?
Yeah.
And then one more, because it was his idea, Ant actually put together his pick of Seinfeld. So let's have a look there. So we've got our normal cast there. You got Jerry, Kramer, Elaine, and George. They've got their foibles. Jerry's the comedian. Kramer's the crazy neighbor. Elaine is the former love turned platonic friend. And George is just the down on his luck ball guy. So who did he pick? Let's find out. Okay. That is
Gone
very
old
good.
school.
Right, so we've gone the old school fitting with it. So we've got Pete Sampras as Jerry Seinfeld. Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Nods all
Yeah,
around.
yeah.
Kramer. Who is that?
Murat Safin.
Oh, it is Safin.
Pretty good,
Yeah.
I'd say.
Because
You could have gone a lot of players for Kramer, I think. But Murat's pretty good.
Yeah. I've got like Monfils had a bit of a Kramer vibe about him. Just because
Yeah.
he's always sort of sliding around.
Mm-hmm.
And then Elaine, you got Monica Seles.
Cool.
Makes sense.
They both got hair.
They've both got there.
So, fun fact, did you know that Julie Louis-Dreyfus, who plays Elaine, she's actually the richest actor in the world? Not because of Seinfeld, but because her dad, Dreyfus, forgotten his first name, owns a shipping conglomerate. She's actually a billionaire.
Oh, wow.
I should have gone
Wow.
with Navarro or Pegula.
Yeah, get some. What, a Nepo baby? Is that what you're saying?
Well, their
Just rich?
fathers are both
There you go.
billionaires.
There you go.
It's just very...
That's right. Well, no, Monica famously was born in Serbia, naturalized into America in the 90s.
And the hair.
Yeah, and the hair.
was the big thing.
Yeah,
wasn't
there we
it,
go.
Ant? Yeah,
So yeah, very, very good. And then another hair-related one, or lack thereof, Andre Agassi as George Costanza.
Yeah.
Would you go Medvedev?
Yeah.
Slowly.
Totally Medvedev.
If we did a modern day one, you could
Yeah.
definitely change
Although
it.
Medvedev you could put in as like George's dad, like in a Festivus. You gotta get home for the Festivus. Yeah. No, that was
Not
very
over
good.
till you pin me, George.
That was very good. Very good. Okay, so they were our recasts of the show.
That was good.
So please let us know what you think at home, or better yet, put in the comments your favourite New York show and who you would cast in it. We'd love to see it.
Yeah, that'd be
And
good
maybe
to get
we'll
some
get
other ones.
whichever guru put those images together. Maybe we'll bust out a few more and drop them in the comments as well. All right, well, that was brilliant. Again, send us yours. Ace of the week. Now, we're running out of time. Jamie's got to get off to the dentist or pick up some flowers, or you got something important.
Shoulder.
Shoulder rehab.
that's right.
You should go with it.
Yeah.
Do you want to come?
do you reckon you can fit
Yeah,
me
yeah,
in?
we can go. Wait, two for
Like
one. Yeah,
two
yeah.
for one deal.
Yeah, yeah.
Excellent. I'm going to be back on those slopes in time for next winter. Beautiful. All right. Well, let's have a little look around the table at this week's Ace of the Week. Something doesn't have to be tennis related. Personally, prefer if it's not to be. Something's made you happy. Levi, kick us off. What's made you happy this week?
Well, I mentioned earlier that my fiance and I, she moved over here to Australia. So 23 seconds. Wow,
Yeah.
that's quick.
Yeah, surf clock is on.
Okay. So we put everything in a storage unit. I already had one. And we got all her stuff to fit in there. And it was just like a couple inches from the door. And it just went down and it was like, oh,
perfect.
Meant to be.
Yeah,
So-
that would feel real good.
That felt really
Yeah.
good.
That's
Yeah.
it's like Tetris, but nothing disappears.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's good.
That's
well,
nice.
welcome to the country, Mrs. Huddleston. Soon to be.
Soon to be.
Yeah. Soon to
Okay.
be.
No, well, that
Yeah.
is very
She wasn't.
exciting, and congratulations.
Thanks.
All right, surf clock reset. Reese.
I'm going Aussie rules related, which I think we probably do a little bit, but finals footy this week. And
yeah.
I'm going tomorrow night to Brisbane versus Geelong. I'm a Richmond supporter, but family is all Brisbane. Granddad was captain of Fitzroy back in the 60s, and he's coming with us. He hasn't been to a match, I don't think, since the 03 Granny or something like that. He can barely walk, but he's really keen to go. So I'm really excited for that tomorrow
That's
night. To have a
brilliant.
good memory with him.
God, it must be rough being like, Brisbane and a Richmond supporter. Like,
Yeah, dad's Richmond, mum's Brisbane. It's mum's dad.
God. Very
Well,
civil
it's been
war.
great for us, but now it's just handed over to them. We won 3 flags, and now they're looking like they might go back to back.
Oh, well, very good. That sounds great. All right, Jamie, what's your ace of the week?
Okay, so mine's a bit tennis related. So sorry, but it's not about me.
Read the rules.
It's not about me. So
Okay.
my two sisters, my sister's boyfriend, and one of our good friends, they play Thursday night comp. So it's mixed comp. So roles are reversed a little bit. So I'm going to support them tonight
that's cool.
for them to play. And I'm on food duty because it's their home game. Like you have to provide the food.
Like sliced oranges or?
No, I'm going
Dinner.
pizza.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
I'm going pizza and some Hydralite packets from Sodi just in case they cramp after. So it's just a mix of
Time
both.
penalty, Jamie Fawless.
I'm done.
Okay. Lucky. No, that sounds great. All right, well, let us know how the pizza night goes. Sorry, tennis night with pizza.
Will do.
Now, my turn. I'm going to mix things up. It's not about my family. It's not about something work-related. On the weekend, my wife and I went to see the 50th anniversary of Jaws, the film, Steven Spielberg, live with an actual orchestra playing all the music down at Hamer Hall at the Arts Centre.
Whoa, that
It
sounds
was
phenomenal.
Awesome. The conductor was really into it. She was like funny, but also incredible at her job. It was a full like 60 or 70 piece orchestra. And
You have 5 seconds.
and then as soon as they did that, dun, the whole place lost it. It was so much fun. Great movie. Time penalty myself. And that's my ace of the week.
Awesome.
Love.
Yeah. Really good.
Beautiful.
Well, team, that is the end of the show. We've just ticked over an hour on our recording, but hopefully in the edit that gets shortened down. Jamie, you've got to get out of here. Let's go get our shoulders
Yeah,
fixed.
let's go.
Did you have fun?
It was great. It was so much fun.
Thank
Love
you very
tennis
much.
talk.
Yeah.
Reese, thank you so much for coming in. You are
you.
incredible at this, and sorry, but we're probably going to ask you back many, many times.
Can't take my boss's job though. Just be able to look after her.
You can once you become her boss. Very good, very good. And Levi, as always, you are the man with the knowledge and the story. Thank you for joining us.
Oh, I'm glad to be here.
Oh, very
Thanks.
good. And thank you for listening or watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and all that stuff. The boys will tell you that after the credits. But we'll see you next week. Enjoy the US Open finals and don't miss out on the tennis minis that are coming out after each round. There'll also be one on Monday wrapping up the US Open. We'll see you next week. Until then, tennis forever.
Hey everyone, Harps and Andy here. Just want to remind you that you can watch every episode of The Tennis on our YouTube channel, Australian Open TV.
And we have an email as well, podcast@tennis.com.au. If you thought the show was amazing or you thought it was terrible, we are keen to hear from you. We'll read it. So feedback, comments, whatever it is, get in touch with us at our email and we'll catch you on the next one.
Catch you later.